everyone, welcome. Thank you for being here. So today, what we're going to talk about is the concept that you are not broken and you don't actually have to fix anything. So that's a strong statement. I used to consume all of the self-development and spirituality, and now I'm on YouTube, explaining things, sharing what I learn. And that's one of the things that bugs me the most is when people talk and their mantra sort of goes like, you're broken, here's why, and here's how I can fix it, help you fix it, right? With like money, program. And I've taken the courses where how to succeed on YouTube and be a successful business creator is to find your avatar, find the person that you're talking to, find their pain points, package something that addresses their pain points, has a fix to that, and then offer the solution through a paid program for a lot of money and explain the value of it. Now, this can be the same for a book, a program, follow this. And this is what I see over and over in this community. And I always thought, if you go back in the day of our great teachers, Jesus, Buddha, or whoever, it's like, can you imagine they go do a talk and then they start to say their wisdom because they're, connected and they're telling you their wisdom. They'll tell you a couple of things and then they're like, well, if you want to know the real thing on how to help you, go see the guy in the back and give him your tokens or whatever they were, rocks, gold, silver, whatever they were trading sticks back in the day. And if you give them X amount, then I'll come back and I'll tell you the real thing, or whoever it is. You know what I mean? It's like, if you have something that's life-changing that you think is going to help somebody, I don't understand why we think it's okay to, keep it from people. And it's just done in a way that's not always authentic. So that's one thing. And because that's the way they package it, you're going to hear all the time why you're broken. And like you're listening to things and you're like, oh yeah, I do have that problem. Here's the 3 solutions, the 3 things that you can do. Here's the countdown that you need to do when you have anxiety. Here's the stuff. Here's how to eat. Here's how to do your morning 15 to 20 step cold plunge, sauna, green juice, this outfit, journaling, affirmations, and 3 hours later, if you have time, maybe you can go to work. This is what I've seen that this has come to from people back in the day that had a message, gathered in circles, said some things, and were helpful to people, to this packaged thing where now spirituality, self-help is packaged in marketing. And because it's packaged in marketing, it's giving you messages to feel bad about yourself. And I am here to do the polar opposite. I am here to tell you that you are not broken. There is nothing to fix. And a couple things we have to realize is, do these 3 things and it'll fix your life does not help you when you realize that a lot of us are banging around here and having a hard time because we came here with, first of all, amnesia to who we are. We were programmed from little kids in school, religion, your family, and all of that, telling you that your identity was your education, your job, your salary, the letters after your name, the things that you bought, your house, your car, and all of that. And your identity was who you are through external factors. You were told to listen to your teachers, your parents, church leaders, government, and that everything came from external. Okay? And now you're in your life today and you're feeling a bit lost and broken and looking for solutions and books and all of the things. And it sounds like it's okay, like that'll help you, but you have to come to the foundation of why you don't feel good is because it wasn't your fault. You were programmed from a very, very early age, and you just followed what you were told. But none of that was the truth. And that's what you're feeling today. Today, you are being asked to dissolve what was your false self. But at the time, you didn't know it was your false self. So that's why I'm saying that you're not broken. You didn't do anything wrong. You just followed what you thought was right. But now you're like, wait a second, this isn't who I am. And you're going to be asked to go on quite some journey to find who your authentic self is. And if you go through your life, you're like, why did I make that decision? You're going to have different identities, and it's going to be dissolving at this time. Perhaps not in all categories, but some. Right? You have your career identity, your relationship identity, you have a religious identity, you have a political identity, you have identity based on the money or where you are in society, you have an identity based on the possessions that you own, and on and on and on and on. And then you're going to realize that identity doesn't really fulfill you. So right now you're being asked to be authentic, to just look at your life. And if something speaks to you, in the self-help or spirituality and things like that, calls you and you listen to it or read it and you feel better, that's okay. But just don't feel bad and broken, right? So it depends on the author and how they talk to you, because it's then going to still be external. You're broken, I have the solutions, do this. So it could still be like from a guru or from a church leader or from somebody who thinks they're an expert in self-help and in basically life, and there is no expert in life, in my opinion. So just be careful that you're still looking for the external solution, but in a guru, expert, spirituality, self-development costume. So I'm just saying to be very cautious. There are a lot of things that are genuine and can help you, but not all of them are like that. When you're following a person or listening to a person like me right now, ask yourself, like, what's their intention? And after this message, are they selling me their program? Like, what's their true intention behind this book or whatever it is? How do I feel when I'm listening to it? How do I feel when I'm doing that program, right? These are the questions to ask yourself, because what I've learned is different modalities will point you to different things, but the thing that will help you the most is what points you back to yourself. So anything that points you back to you have the answers to your life, you have the solutions, and it's not really a solution. Like what I say is you have to give yourself time to listen to yourself. So if you've never listened to your own voice and only heard the voices of society and everybody telling you what to do on the exterior, it's going to be an adjustment to listen to yourself. It's going to be an adjustment to figure out what you love, what you're curious about. And you might not be able to be like, well, my passion is this, my purpose is this, because it's too far of a stretch of what you've been programmed. But you can ask yourself, like, what lights me up? What makes me happy? What am I curious about? What is it that when I hear something or when I do something, I feel like time is like there's no time, right? I get lost in it. And it's going to be very different for different people. That's calling you to be authentic to yourself. And when I say there's going to be like career, relationship, and a whole bunch of things are dissolving, I know what you're saying. You're like, so Jose, what am I supposed to do? Like get divorced, drop everything, quit my job and just stop everything? It's like, no, start asking yourself questions. Start looking into the decisions that you've made and why you've done those decisions. So let's say you're in a job that you've been in for 20 years and you don't love it and it doesn't match you anymore. You can just be okay with that decision, not beat yourself up about it. This job matched you when you entered the career and in the job market, and it matched you. Maybe it's not matching you anymore. So you can change your intentions. You can just have a realization that this isn't a fit anymore while you're going in. You can appreciate the paycheck that you're getting from that job. And on the side, you can just start investigating, asking yourself questions of what you are interested in, and you can start it on the side. And have an intention that everything will work out for you in the perfect timing and things like that. And be easy about this. If a marriage is falling apart or a long-term relationship is falling apart, watch how you frame it. Did you fail at marriage? Like, I got divorced and I felt a little bit bad about it years ago because I broke up my family. But I don't feel that I failed at marriage. What I feel about it is that marriage matched who I was and the identity I was perfectly. The 16 years I was with my partner, with my husband, was perfect at that time. And that served its purpose, and we're still co-parenting. And my boys are who they are because half of them is their dad and his personality, and it worked out. We were taught, like, you're going to be married to the same partner forever. You're going to have the same career forever. You're going to enter when you're 20 something and then stay at the same career till you're 65. Think about that. That is not realistic goals. Like, you are changing, and right now, we're going to go into the woo-woo a little bit, but there's tons of energies hitting the planet. There is a massive awakening. It is the transition of your lifetime. You don't have to be spiritual and into woo-woo concepts and even meditate to feel the pull away from things that are inauthentic to you, and feeling the pull towards being more true to yourself, being more honest to yourself, and listening to yourself. And those voices, I've said it many times, I'm going to keep saying it again. When you're going from the external to the internal, it's a whisper. You have to give yourself time to listen, to be quiet. You can't just green juice yourself away and jog it away and cold plunge it away. And I'm doing all of this self-help and look at this 20-step, 30-step thing that I'm doing. It's not going to come from that. It's going to come by being alone with yourself, having a meditation. Guided meditations are good. I mean, I do them all the time. I record them. But sitting with yourself in silence, just seeing the thoughts that go by. What kind of thoughts are they? Not analyzing them, but just witnessing them. Whose thoughts are they? What judgment is this? Where did I hear this from? Is this my religion talking? Is this my parents talking? Interesting, just out of curiosity. And nobody can change your life except for you. Honestly, no book's going to do it. No program's going to do it. No video's going to do it. No anything outside of yourself is going to do it. I was into self-help and read everything and would run to the bookstore and finish one book. And it's like, you're looking at the shelves and it's like, oh, I just need that one more book. I bet you if I read that, I'm going to be fixed. I'm going to figure this out. Okay. And then if I buy this expensive program, it's like you're buying the fix, the life hack. Like, just tell me what to do, I'll do it, and everything will be great. It doesn't work like that. Again, you're looking for an external thing. So I've talked about this before. I now go to bookstores and in the self-help or spirituality, and it's not an ego thing, but I look at it like, nothing's going to actually fix me. Everything I need right now, I listen to my intuition, and it's leading me pretty good right now. And I'm just going to keep doing that. But to get there, I read a couple hundred books, more than a couple hundred books. I watched tons of YouTube. I went to workshops and things like that. So be at the stage where you are, but be very careful. Again, looking outside for your salvation. It'll never, ever, ever come on the outside. It'll come from within. So be easy about this with yourself, understand that because of that programming since we were really little, like we came on earth forgetting who we are, and we banged around and we were told a whole bunch of lies. And it's going to take you a while to figure that out. What lies? What were you told about what? Is that really true? And then you're going to realize, oh my gosh, like what actually is real? Who am I? Right? You are a God spark, a piece of the universe that came in here forgetting who you are on purpose. And then you have an ego, that's your personality and your identity, that got a little bit carried away here, and you were programmed from external factors to make sure that you fall in line to the programming that they want you to do. Because a lot of powers that be don't want you to know who you are, don't want you to know that you're a powerful force, that when you are yourself, you are a light, and putting more light into the universe, into the planet, sharing your gifts and your talents, and you can change the world. We all can, right? Putting our light into the planet, going out to the light grid, changing consciousness, changing the planet, and all of that. So that's what I wanted to leave you with today. It's a little bit of a shorter message. No matter what happens, please just understand that you're not broken. You don't have to fix anything. The only thing that you're going to try to do is to remember who you truly are, despite all the things that other people told you and sort of blocked your true essence. So all what you're trying to do is to figure out who you really are and to remember, not to fix you, but to remember who you really are. I hope that was helpful. My name is Jose Lindsay. This channel is called Heartful. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Namaste.